I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here on the Scoop Studio at Productronica 2017. I'm joined by Michael Manansala from Zollner. Michael, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So many initiatives going on in Silicon Valley with you guys at the moment. Tell me about one or two of them. Plug and play. You have the, is it the OCP, the Open? Yeah. Yeah. Where are those processes at the moment?
Yeah, happy to kind of say that, Phil. But first, thank you for the Scoop team for having this opportune time to speak up. Yeah, Zollner basically is a small footprint right now in Silicon Valley, but the road to engage is very broad. So the strategy is to join the community of basically established communities of the technology OEMs who drives the roadmap for it. So being in Silicon Valley, the prime activity is all about data. So data will drive the demand for computing, server, connectivity, and all sorts of the device, integration. So on the server side, OCP is very important, Open Compute Project, because this is the conglomerate activity that drives the standardization of future cloud infrastructure. So as early as 2 years ago, Zollner has been a new member, and now we look back, we saw the value of being in the community. You have the opportunity to get to know the players, and at the same time, the players will get to know you and give you the opportunity to work with them. And we see this as a blossoming relationship in OCP.
Yeah, it's really important, isn't it? And with plug and play, then you're putting your innovation skills to work.
Yes. Plug and play, for the most part, is a forward-looking ecosystem. So it's a incubator for new technologies, new ideas. But first and foremost, this is designed to harness the concept and the new entrepreneurs, technopreneurs we call it. So at Plug and Play, our role is to provide the runway. So Zollner being, I would say, the major players in Europe and now in the US of providing the runway means the infrastructure for product development, manufacturing, and even the early stage manufacturing or new product introductions. The ability for the startup to see a visual indicator of their technology come into the real market is very important, because producing a high volume is the key for them to succeed. And not a lot of startups basically had that kind of experience. They are in the, I would say, conceivable phase of a product, but turning products into a high volume, efficient manufacturing is a different skill set. So Zollner here basically provides that runway that the startup can bridge. So they startup focus on improving basically or integrating more functions and intelligence to their product and become, I would say, a realization of the concept phase, and Zollner will turn it into a what we call a physical model. And that model could lead to another iterations of their concept or design, and then thereafter we can fine-tune. The final product could be software or integrated hardware or a box. We call it a box build.
Yeah, and that's personal to you because you had an involvement with Plug and Play as a startup as well. And it seems that collaboration is really at the core of what Zollner are doing in Silicon Valley. You have another collaboration on the design side with a group of local design companies where you're bringing your own domain skills together to provide solutions.
Yeah, definitely. The role of Plug and Play is not only on the manufacturing and supply chain, but early on, there are tools that the startups would not be able to access. These are very, I would say, high capital intensive. And then Zollner, using our backbone in Germany, headquarters are very well positioned. So what we do is we import and create what we call an ecosystem partners in the valley. And there are also extensive core expertise that Zollner doesn't basically dwell on. So on the case of automotive and in mechatronics, hands up, Zollner team basically has the, I would say, ace on that area. But on the high-speed data computing, it's not the core expertise. So we have partnered with and collaborations with I would say, premier design houses in Silicon Valley. And eventually, that was the platform that we built. So the ecosystem basically is a collaborations and integration of different skill set. And that concept was basically put together in a format like we initially talk about, the agile manufacturing, but it has to have the adaptive design element. So we reverse the order. We start with adaptive design, and then therefore we can provide an agile manufacturing. And that's the Adam concept. So we saw the fruition over the last 2 years. There were like about, say, 40, less than 50% of activity in the floor. Now we needed more space to host more, say, projects in the pipeline. So it's a very steep uptake in the say development or the improvements, and Adam is playing a good role in that area.
Yeah, and all those collaborations help. Michael, thanks for telling me about that, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.